Hello, everybody, and welcome to Oh Baby a Triple, the TV show turned radio show turned podcast turned live stream. I'm your host, Vin Diesel, and I'm joined by our other hosts.
I'm Vin Diesel.
And I'm Vin Diesel.
Thank you very much for joining us on our show today, Oh Baby of Vin Diesel. This episode will be discussing not disgusting, but very beautifully discussing the Fast and the Furious franchise. Which is funny because I've described it to my other people at work. Asked me what I was doing this week for my podcast, and I said, "Oh, I'm going to talk about the entire Need for Speed franchise," and completely described Fast and Furious, but kept saying Need for Speed. I did it for like 2 days, 2 solid days, and afterwards I was like too embarrassed to change it. Tell them I messed up.
Yeah, so we're talking about the Need for Speeds franchise.
Yep. The Need and the Furious. Or the Need and the Speed. So,
And because we're all Vin Diesel, this episode is definitely sponsored by The Last Witch Hunter. You can go check it out on Blu-ray and DVD.
yeah.
Just kidding.
Great.
Don't watch that movie. It fucking sucks.
Also, I am Groot. Yeah. Soy Groot.
And the Iron Giant.
That's
Yeah.
true. Superman. Superman.
That's a good movie.
That's
That's a great movie.
a tearjerker.
And the pacifier.
The pacifier. I forgot about that movie.
Dude, I saw that in theaters. What the fuck? Oh, what an experience that was. My mom hated me that day. She actually literally told me the other day, remember when you made me go see that one movie, The Pacifier? I was like, yeah. She's like, I still don't like that movie, and I don't like that you made me go watch that.
I don't like that movie, and I don't like you.
Like, my mom has like very hard resentment over Vin Diesel's The Pacifier. It's really
I wonder
funny.
why. It's a really good movie.
Mm-hmm.
I like the
Some
part where
would
he
say
does
it's
the dance.
cinematic master. Yeah. I like when Vin Diesel drinks from a baba.
Jeez.
And he says, "Mommy, milky."
Isn't like in the move they call him the pacifier because he has a move called the pacifier.
I don't remember.
I
couldn't
think that's
tell
what
you
it was.
literally anything.
I'll be honest, Corey. It's been a minute.
If I'm guessing,
You
I
don't
think he
you
does.
don't turn on the pacifier regularly. I watch it once a week.
This is purely speculation, but I think he puts his fingers in someone's mouth and pacifies them.
Yeah. He puts his finger in her mouth. He's like, now suck.
Yeah.
Yes. The Pacifier is a great film.
So Need for Speed.
Yeah.
Starring Paul Walker and who was that one dude from that plays Jesse Pinkman? He was actually in Need for Speed, which was the real movie.
Frankie Muniz.
No.
Aaron.
Yeah, Frankie
Aaron,
Muniz.
Fuck, what's his name? Aaron.
I have
something.
no idea. I don't remember.
I've
his
got
name.
God damn it.
the,
Jesse Pinkman.
Here we go. I've got the.
Come on, Corey. You should
Yeah.
know this. He plays your favorite character in BoJack Horseman.
You're right. He does.
Yeah, he plays as Todd. Aaron Paul? Yeah, Aaron
Aaron
Paul.
Paul.
That was it. I literally didn't even look it up. Like, I just thought about it.
Wow,
Oh,
Aaron
proud
Paul.
of you.
I'm so smart. I'm just kidding. I did. I looked it up. Aaron Paul.
God bless Aaron Paul in the Fast and Furious franchise. We love him in the Fast and
Yeah,
Furious.
he's a great Fast and Furious character.
He's a great Fast and Furious franchise character. But
So,
to get ready, I watched the Fast and Furious, the first movie.
I
That's
watched.
Yeah, say it.
We're shaming Corey.
no.
I-
I was just curious. I thought you were gonna say more, and you just stopped, and I was like, "What's the rest?"
I watched between Friday and mostly yesterday. I watched 5 Fast and Furious movies.
Mm.
And then my brain shut down.
Yeah,
I
I
was
was
gonna-
watching you.
I was gonna watch the
you
6th
tweet
one.
about it.
Yeah.
Fucking you took a picture of Fast Five and then put a picture of Mr. Krabs
Yeah,
with the, like,
let's
belt.
give it up for movie number 5.
Just goddamn like feeling the brain rot set in as I
Yeah.
finish watching my 4th Fast and Furious movie.
It took a lot out of me. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Yeah, binging it's a time and a half.
Hmm.
But I've seen every single Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah,
First through even the spin-off movie, Hobbs and Shaw. I've seen them all. I think actually by the 5th film is when I started watching them in theaters. The first 4 I used to rent them on like DVD and whatever back in the day. Like I used to watch them through just like going to Hollywood Video or whatever back in the olden times.
Back when you go to the movies.
Yeah. I didn't, yeah, because I never, my parents were like cool with me like getting the movies like on DVD to rent, but they didn't want me to go to the theaters to see them because then they would have to go to the theaters to see them, and they didn't want.
And after you drag them to the pacifier, they won't.
Yeah. I had really bad, poor decision making when it came to going to the theaters with family. Because
Listen,
I
there's
would
literally, I feel
really didn't
that's
want
weird because there's literally no way you can know if a movie's really good or bad before you like go see it in the theaters, unless you like read up on the reviews.
Yeah. I was
just
dumb
have to
kid
have
brain.
an innate sense for it.
Mhm. You were born. I was born with a big brain movie energy. That's why I watch the Fast and Furious movies. I have big brain energy.
And they're the biggest brain
Yeah.
movies around, honestly.
Oh yeah, they're the big things, you know. Personally, like you could watch pretty much any of the Fast and Furious movies. I would say once you hit 5, 6, and 7 are the only ones where they start trying to interconnect things. Because the first like 4 you can kind of watch as its own thing, and it's whatever. But then 5, 6, and 7 is where it's like, okay, you'll probably want to like actually start.
Well, the fourth one
Really
had a lot of like continuity and callbacks and stuff. The fourth one is where
Yeah,
they bring
oh.
back Vin Diesel and all of his characters.
Right, so if you jump from like 1 to 4, you'll pretty much have it as almost like a direct sequel to the first
Yeah,
film.
yeah,
Whereas
yeah.
2 and 3 feel kind of like their own spin-off movies, but they do have characters from 2 and 3 that show back up in 5, 6, and 7,
Yeah.
things like that. In like the more recent movies, for sure.
It's
Like
definitely
like
like
Tyrese.
a whole connected saga. Is a lot going on. It's like kind of crazy how much of like a like story there is. Like
You'd think that's a good thing to say about a film franchise.
it's just like weird because it's like at first there isn't, but then like Ryan says, it all suddenly like everything fucking matters, and it all like all the characters come back, even like ones that like were kind of like one off or like really not main characters will come back and become main characters. Like
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
It's-
Well,
it's a
I can
fun
tell you,
series, though.
after watching the first movie, I do want to see the subsequent films, because of how ridiculous you guys keep telling me the movies get.
it gets so crazy.
It-
Like it starts, they're like
better.
normal fucking movies, and then now they're like fucking just absolutely bonkers.
Mm-hmm. Like I recently rewatched the first film with Kayla because I wanted Kayla to get into the Fast and Furious movie because I was like, okay, these are movies she would definitely like hook onto in some regard. I feel like she would have fun with it, just like how a lot of people do. We watched the first movie together, and what I remember of the first film is not very much. But holy shit, it feels like a totally different movie.
It really is.
comparatively to where the 7th and 8th movie ends up going, where you're like, what the like? It's incredible that it's just like it starts off like a underground racing, heist film to like something completely different where they become like secret op agents and they're
Yeah.
working with the government.
That's
and they're
something-
shooting tanks out of backs of fucking semi trucks and driving a car from a skyscraper to another skyscraper. It's fucking insane what these movies end up becoming.
Yeah, that's
later
something
down the road.
that I really enjoyed going through and watching most of the movies this weekend, was like charting the progression of the series. Because like previously I'd only seen the 8th film and Hobbs and Shaw, so I've seen like the most recent ones, and then now I went back and watched like almost all the other ones, and charting the like the first movie is just a straight up Point Break ripoff.
Mhm.
And it's just about street racing. And then the second one's like more street racing, and then more street racing, and then the fourth one starts to become like some spy shit.
Yeah.
But there's still some street racing. By the fifth one, it's a heist movie. It's like not about street racing at all. There's one street race scene and one implied street race scene, where one of them is like a couple seconds long, and it's just the main characters racing each other, and there's like no actual stakes to it, and it's just like a scene like, remember when we used to do this, guys?
Yep.
And then there's another one where they're like, we need to get some fast cars, and they go and they're like, we're gonna race these guys and bet our cars for it, and they don't actually show the race. They just like cut from like the guy being like, oh, you'll never beat me, and it cuts to them like they have his car. Like
That's what makes these movies so magical, though.
And
Like, there's
then-
always a race scene in every single movie, regardless if it's necessary or not. There's always at least one race.
Yeah, and then after
Sure.
that, it transitions into heist films, and then it transitions into fucking superhero films, which is where it is now.
Yeah.
It was so halfway through my viewing of Fast and Furious, I like hopped on a call with you and Alex, Harry, and Alex posted a video in the chat. It's like, Corey, just watch this scene. Don't say anything, just watch it. And it was just the goddamn them speeding tanks across a frozen lake in like the Arctic Circle, and just also Ferraris and expensive cars, and they're shooting rockets at each other. And then, Harry, you showed me the Hobbs and Shaw scene where Dwayne is fucking Captain America-ing a helicopter and like keeping it from flying away, and goddamn, like, it's just like I asked you, like, where are they? Are they in like the Middle East or something? And you're like, no, they're at
in
his home,
Samoa.
and like Samoa, and like Dwayne's or the character's like hometown. And I was just like, well, why are they not on the streets of LA racing anymore?
We've gone past LA a long time ago.
Yeah, by like movie number, I want to say it was the 5th one, was the start of the globetrotting, like the intense globetrotting. Because like before, like the other films would be like mostly in LA, maybe in Miami.
Yeah.
Then the 3rd film was in Tokyo, though. Actually, 3rd one was Tokyo. It's literally in the name.
Tokyo
but
Drift.
I think the 5th one was the start of like the big, we're expanding, we're gonna be like globetrotting and going all over the place. By movie 6 for sure, they were just like, the first street race they have in the 6th film is in fucking Paris, and it's like a crazy scene where like one guy has like these like lips on his cars, where like not like lips, you know what I mean, but they're like things on his cars to ram them under the cars so that they would just start flipping the cars over, so they would just start throwing cars at people while they're racing. It was fucking ridiculous, but I loved it. It was awesome. It was so much fun, and I was like, this is exactly what I signed up for.
That's what Dwayne's character did in the lake tank racing scene. Was they're like,
Yeah.
they're gonna flank us, and then Dwayne comes in and hits the flankers. He flanks the flanks, and he's like, not anymore. And that's it. That's his whole line.
The Fast and Furious franchise just kind of like goes really off the rails, I would say, for
Oh
sure.
yeah, absolutely.
But in a really fun way, though. Like, for me, like, in my opinion, I'd say my favorite films would definitely be 3 and 7. Like, those are easily the best films in the series, because 3 is fun because it's like all about underground Tokyo racing, which is actually like in my opinion, that is the best one of the racing movies that are like racing centric movies. I would say is the third film. The seventh film I love just because it's the best action film of the group.
You guys want to hear something funny about the third movie?
Yes.
Yeah,
so,
give us a.
So I don't know if you guys knew this. This is Justin Lin's first directorial debut in the franchise, where he's like directed a bunch of the movies. But that one was his first one, and it's also the reason it's so different is because it's basically him like inserting his OC into Fast and Furious. The character Han, like the kid's mentor, he's from Justin Lin's movie Better Luck Tomorrow, which is like a completely unrelated movie that is retroactively now Han's origin story in the Fast and Furious franchise. But at the time, it was just him. He wanted to make like another movie with that character, and that's what Tokyo Drifted. That's why none of the other characters come back. It's why it's so different. Is because it's him making a Fast and Furious movie about his own original character.
I'm not even mad. That's kind of fucking cool. I like that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not mad at all. I think that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
What would that technically be? Would that be an OC insert or like his own headcanon for his own character?
No,
it's fanfic. It's a fanfic.
Because
then fanfic turned real fic.
Because then at the end, it's revealed that Han was like one of Vin Diesel's best friends.
Yeah, that was because at first when I was watching the third film, I was like, I like this movie, but how is this in any way a Fast and Furious movie? And then Vin Diesel showed up, and I went, oh shit, what? And I like freaked out because I didn't know Vin Diesel was gonna be in the movie at all. Like, because I just knew Lil Bow Wow was in it, which that's fucking hilarious. Thinking back on that, that is easily the funniest part of that movie is fucking Lil Bow Wow.
And his character's name is like Twink.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, there's some problematic stuff in like the Fast and Furious movies, especially the first one. They drop like homophobic slurs in the first movie.
Oh yeah, they do.
Like there's because Kayla heard it and I went, oh no, and then she was like, wow.
My favorite part about the earlier Fast and Furious movies is the fucking obligatory like three-way lesbian makeout scene in the first four movies. Like all four of the first movies have at least one of those, and I think the fourth one has two. Like where there's it's like a different it's like the exact same shot every single time, where it's like the camera is on like two or three women making out, and then it pans over to like one of the main characters staring at them, and then it like keeps moving past it, and like that's how they set the scene.
It's like I think Harry, you were with me while I was watching the scene, but they were like at the racetrack in Fast and Furious 1. They're like at the racetrack in the desert, and it's like night now, and it's just two people making out, and then like the main characters walk by and the camera follows them.
Yeah, like that's like they do that in every movie. Like all the first four movies, they do that.
There's a makeup
wow,
transition.
Great. Wonderful transition. It shows the life of the people. It gives you the atmosphere. It's the racing culture is just making out with each
racing
other.
Culture.
You lose your car, you make out with a couple of people, whatever, no big deal.
No big. You lose too large.
I like the first movie is their whole goal is to steal DVD players.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Yeah, I was like
Panasonic TVs.
I just thought when I was watching it, I was like, oh, there's drugs or money like hidden in those DVD players.
No.
But like, no, it's just DVD players.
They're just straight up stealing DVD players.
And that's the plot of the first film is that there's like this like gang. There's like this like motorcycle gang that's like involved in counterfeit illicit Panasonic TVs and DVDs, whatever, and like Paul Walker's an undercover cop.
Like how low the stakes are in the first movie.
Yeah,
like they're stealing DVD players, and then you get to like the newest movies where in 8 they're trying to stop a cyber terrorist from hacking a nuclear sub and like blowing up the world, and in Hobbs and Shaw they're trying to stop Idris Elba, who is a cyborg, from unleashing a fucking like man-made like biovirus like weapon on the Earth and killing everybody. Like,
Yeah.
and the first movie,
I-
they're just trying to fucking steal some DVDs. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of always forget in Hobbs and Shaw that Idris Elba is supposed to be a fucking cyborg.
yeah, he's a straight up fucking super soldier.
And isn't his like motorcycle also part of him? Or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
he's
that, or, like,
also he's also got like an AI motorcycle that he can like integrate with. It's like a fucking it's a superhero franchise at this point. Like it really
Oh,
is. Like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's funny because they hint that at the beginning with how like impenetrable Vin Diesel is.
Yeah.
They hint at the superhero origins because Vin Diesel gets in a fatal car crash at the end of the first Fast and the Furious movie, and he's just sitting
Yeah.
there, and he's like,
Yeah, he's fine.
Didn't mean
Don't
to
worry
do
about
that."
it. That car stunt is fucking awesome though. I still think that is a really great stunt. Like Kayla and I both were like, that was good. That was genuinely
Mhm.
still a really good bit. Where they jump the train track and the train just barely
Yeah.
hits them and he crashes. Like that was still a like the stunt
What was
work in
it?
these movies when they do actually do them are actually legitimately really good though.
oh yeah,
That's
Harry,
why
what
I
was-
really
What was
appreciate
the
them.
quote I said to you last night? Was it like, are you fast enough to outrun the train, or are you slow enough to not hit the truck? You can't have both. Dang.
Yeah.
But yeah, superhero
Beautiful.
Vin Diesel, super great.
I think one of my favorite bits that made me I think it like switched in my brain where I went I really love these movies especially was because for a while I hadn't seen like most of the films in a bit, but movie number 7 I remember going to the theaters to see it and I was like, god, I haven't watched a Fast and Furious movie in a while. I don't know if I'm still gonna even enjoy this movie because people were shitting all over, they were dogging these movies like crazy, but I was
Mhm.
standing by that I was still having fun. And it wasn't until the scene in the 7th film when a Greyhound bus opens up its compartments where the luggage goes and machine guns come out. And this movie fucking slaps. You cannot tell me this is not a good movie. Fuck all of you. This is awesome.
There,
It was
Ryan
so
just.
cool.
I can see a bored Ryan in the movie theater. Like, come on, guys. Like, what are we doing? And then the compartments open up, and like Ryan gets goosebumps.
He said, "Oh."
No, it was.
Did
I
you
was
think-
like, what are they doing? And then when I saw the guns come out and like missiles and shit, I was like, that is so stupid, but I fucking love it. It made me lose it in the theater. Because, like, I always stem back to being the one bit that I really loved in the franchise that made me realize, this is so much fun and I'm having a good time, was specifically the 6th film. When they did the tank fight on the highway. I don't know if any of you have seen the 6th film.
Which one is the one where
No.
they go skydiving in a tank?
Skydiving in the tank?
Where they like
No,
drop
that
a
was-
tank out of a plane?
Wasn't it the A-Team that did that? That was
Was
the
it?
A-Team movie.
I thought
Yeah, that
Fast
was
and
the
Furious did that.
They dropped from the sky in their cars.
Oh, it was
in-
Cars.
I-
It was Cars. Yeah.
It was the 7th film. I think they did that. I want to say that was movie number 7, Furious 7.
Just
But
fucking
Furious,
free falling in your
Fast and Furious
Lamborghini.
6.
Yeah, it
has-
was 7. I just looked it up.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Furious 7 has them skydiving off with that. But the tank scene in the 6th film is still actually probably one of my favorite action set pieces of the whole franchise. And it was in the 6th film.
I just thought it was fucking ludicrous driving a tank. And then your buddy, who was the one he was saving who was falling into the ice? The guy with the
Roman Pierce.
So you're
was the
talking about number
character.
8.
yeah, the tank scene I was describing earlier, which was ludicrous Tokyo drifting with a tank to maneuver a missile that was tethering him
Oh.
to Pierce, and then Pierce falling into the water, and then Alex pointing out he's completely dry when he resurfaces.
I love that Dwayne The Rock Johnson uses his hands to just veer a torpedo and like grabs it.
Yeah,
like,
when he
Wait,
grabs the
what?
torpedo.
I'm
Yeah,
like-
they shoot Corey. Yeah, we didn't tell you about that part. They shoot a torpedo, and he like leans out of the car and like grabs the torpedo and like diverts it away from the fucking
And, like,
target.
basically turns the torpedo
Yeah.
towards the enemy and blows them all up, and it's the fucking greatest. And the cyber terrorist also in the scene in the 8th film gets to hack all the cars and just starts throwing cars at the main characters.
Yeah,
Like
when the cars start like coming
garage.
out of like fucking like windows and buildings and shit,
Yeah,
they
they're
start like
just flying
pouring
out
into the
of-
streets.
You're just like, where are they coming from? Where are all these cars coming from? You don't give a fuck. It's fun. It's so stupid. It's the dumbest shit, and it's so funny. I was losing it during that one because that
I'm
one's
losing
like,
it.
I'd say the 8th one is probably weirdly enough the worst one of the bunch of like the like
No
newer
way.
Fast and Furious movies.
Dude, I love
Really?
the 8th movie. Yeah, it was so fucking good.
I mean, I think it's fun. It's still stupid, and it's definitely within canon of like how the other films are definitely, but it was definitely one of my least favorite ones.
Nah,
But
man,
Hobbs
that shit
and
was so
Shaw.
good. Hobbs and Shaw was fucking genuinely like one of my favorite movies. Like
I can't believe I cannot believe to this day I finessed my mom to take me to go see Hobbs and Shaw with her because she's like, "What movie do you want to see in theaters?" And I was like, "Hobbs and Shaw." She's just like, she didn't even second guess. She didn't look it up. She didn't do shit. We walk in. She's like, "What are we watching, Ryan?" And I'm just like, "It's a Fast and Furious movie." And she's like, "I fucking."
You
hate
should have
these
just said like,
movies."
you should have just looked at mom and be like, "Mom, you're welcome."
Oh no!
I'm here to open
I-
your eyes, mother.
After the movie was over, I leaned over and went, "Well, Mom, what did you think?" And she was like, "That was bad." And I'm like, "No, he was great." I'm like,
It's
"I don't know
like-
what you're talking about."
I find this concept funny where it's like movies that are like bad, good, good, bad, and like there's like a language to it. Like, is it good? I'm like, no, it's bad, which makes it so good. Or
Yeah.
like, but like I can movies like Hobbs and Shaw and stuff that's just like super ridiculous like that. Action, like just action pieces, straight up, just like action pieces are like good.
Oh yeah, no, they're
Like-
good. It's like
They can
genuinely
like,
good.
yeah, they can like, you can talk all you want about the story, and you can talk all you want about like the plot and everything and how the character development was, but it's like not the point. That's
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's very much not the point here. That's
The
not what they're
movie
trying
has
to
the-
do.
the movie has the flimsiest plot because they didn't pay a writer. They like the whole budget went to the fucking tank scene that they did, and the Dwayne Johnson pushing a torpedo away.
This is a multi-billion-dollar franchise too. So like when this crossed the threshold of the $1 billion after Furious 7, like Universal has been like they've been like holding this baby tight and just going, we can't let this go. We cannot let what we have go. And you know what? Good on them. They've got something that like is their Harry Potter. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, Warner Brothers has like their thing, you know, Disney has a fuck ton of a million different things that they've got. But I'm glad Universal has its own thing, which was, you know, they tried doing the Monster Universe thing. It didn't work. But you know what? They got the
That was
Fast
so
and Furious
sad.
franchise.
I wanted the Monster Universe.
That movie was so bad.
I heard
Yeah,
that. Yeah, I didn't even
the,
watch it.
What was
The
it?
Mummy.
The Mummy.
Yeah. Starring Tom Cruise trying to. Oh my god, remember that trailer they did with the Mummy where it was him just going, like
Oh
screaming the-
yeah, they messed up the sound.
Yeah, they fucked up the sound on it. Oh, that was so funny when that came out. I watched it like 30 times.
Oh. Classic, classic
that bit-
bits.
Oh my god, it was just like the stock sound effects that they had in there. They didn't have any like anything in it was so bad. But at least they didn't do that with the Fast and Furious movie.
Hmm.
They've all been pretty consistent in quality from the get-go.
Yeah,
True.
and that quality is they're all perfect masterpieces.
Yeah. I
I can't
I
get
ca-
enough of the visual effects in the Fast and the Furious one.
My favorite
The speed
fucking
effects.
my favorite fucking bit is when the first time like they hit the nitro and like fucking reality warps around them and they go to like hyperspeed and like it's like literally like everything's like but you see like them in like focus perfectly but everything around them is like getting all fucking wonky and shit.
yeah.
I just love the scene in like Paul Walker's car and he hits the nitro and he's like driving super fast and then like you could just see in like the video editing software, like the effects software, they just hit the like lens warp tool and like just made his back window get like a lens effect on it.
I love
It's like,
it.
whoa.
They're going so fast though.
They're
They're
going
so fast and
that
furious.
fucking the world warps around them.
They're pretty much going into
You know what?
hyperspace at this point, like Star
Well,
Wars.
After seeing that scene, I wanted to watch Speed Racer again, like the live action Speed
hell
Racer
yeah.
movie,
That movie's fucking great.
which has
It's
some
so much fun.
amazing visual effects.
Absolutely.
Not
Although,
to contend that against Fast and Furious is amazing.
Yo, I want to
amazing
see
visual
like
effects.
Fast and Furious versus Speed Racer movie. Yo, when is Fast and Furious gonna get into like Fast and Furious versus like another franchise? Like I feel like that they have to do that at least once. Like I feel like this is that kind of franchise where they have to fight another like fucking car movie at some point.
Yeah,
I would like that. I would
Fast and
actually
Furious
legitimately
versus
do that.
Transformers.
Yeah, like could you imagine
I would totally.
There's, like-
I mean, they could.
Vin
do it.
Diesel driving a car that is also voiced by Vin Diesel? Like
The Fast and Furious versus Ghost Rider.
Ooh. Fast and
They get
Furious
all
versus Godzilla versus King Kong.
Oh, there
Godzilla
has
versus
been,
Kong versus Fast and Furious.
versus Vin Diesel.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure there has been talks of like Fast and Furious crossovers.
Oh,
I hope
I
they
can't
do
remember.
Mitch in
I have
chat
to look
says
it up.
Fast and Furious versus Sonic.
it. Yes, I'd be down for that. See who's truly the fastest and furiousest.
I feel like Sonic might be fast, but you might not be able to beat Vin Diesel with 3 NOS. Damn. I've said it yesterday and I'll say it again. I think what the Fast and Furious franchise needs going on, they desperately need alien technology.
Yeah, you know they're gonna get to it. You know,
They,
like I feel like at some point they have to get to like alien shit.
They're like in space, Fast and
Oh my
Furious
God.
in space.
Oh, Mitch just said someone say NOS. Yeah, Mitch, they
So-
use NOS, like the actual NOS, to fuel their cars.
Yeah,
'Cause
nitrous oxide.
they're street racers. Yeah, it has the exact same logo.
Yep.
So I just looked up like Fast and Furious crossovers, and there is a Cinema Blend article here called 7 Fast and Furious movie crossovers we pay big money to see. The number 1 is John Wick. Like,
Oh,
John
yeah.
Wick versus Fast and Furious.
Yeah. Then they've got the Expendables,
Hmm.
which I was like, okay.
All right.
That's alright.
Then they got the Transporter for number 3, but that's got Jason Statham in it, and Jason Statham's already in.
What if he
Fast
fights
and
himself?
Furious.
Let's just play Jason Statham. Jason Statham will just play both characters.
I want to see.
Yeah.
Going back really quick to the John Wick one. See now he like has like the gun fighting,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the gun fu thing. I want to see
Yeah.
him on foot with guns fighting Vin Diesel in a car. Like
That would be so funny. Vin Diesel
Well,
using
they
his
that like
car.
that would make a lot of sense because that happens to John Wick in one of the scenes. He's in like a car garage and a guy is fighting him with a car and he's just like jumping and dodging out of the way.
that's what I want to see happen.
John Wick's like shooting the car and the dude is like hiding behind the door and then trying to run over John Wick.
But then what happens is he like knocks Vin Diesel out of the car, and then he picks up the car and throws it at John Wick.
That would be really funny, actually. I would love that. They also want apparently G.I. Joe, which I was like, okay, whatever, sure, I guess.
G.I. Joe would be
But-
cool.
Fast
You
Isn't
look up
Furious.
isn't Dwayne Johnson in G.I. Joe?
Yeah, he was in G.I. Joe Retaliation, or whatever it was called. It was like the second movie.
I feel like those are
Uh,
franchises that probably have a lot of crossover with like actors.
They can probably tie
Bald,
his
big,
character.
big muscular bald men.
Mhm. Yeah. They so like there's like potential, but obviously when you look up crossover like for Fast and Furious, the top result is definitely Transformers.
Transformers.
Hell
I feel
yeah.
Like, yeah, I feel like they'd have to do that.
That
would
would
be
be a lot of
great.
fun.
You know they were gonna do G.I. Joe Transformers, like a movie.
Oh damn.
Really?
Yeah, because they're both Hasbro, They were gonna make like a Hasbro universe. I don't know if they're still doing that,
It's
but like
pretty
they,
stupid.
yeah, no, like that's something they were genuinely planning on doing.
It was gonna be G.I. Joe
Um,
Transformers.
So you have GI Joe, Transformers. They have like ROM, Space Knight. They have My Little Pony. I don't know how they'd fit
I was
that in
gonna
there, but
say-
they have it.
We got Mr. Potato Head and
He-Man?
Monopoly.
Chibra? Do those count? No.
I don't know if they
Those
have them. I don't know what else they own.
Yeah, I don't
They
know.
own They own Nerf Dino Squad.
Oh whoa! Look
I'm
at
on their
that.
website right now. Oh, Hasbro owns Star Wars toys.
Okay, so they have Transformers, GI Joe, and that's what they were planning on crossing over. But they didn't do it for whatever reason.
They got trolls.
Mm.
They have Power Rangers. They have Dungeons and Dragons. They
Oh,
have
shit.
they have ROM, Micronauts, like all that stuff. And they were planning on like crossing it all together at some point, but I guess they never did because GI Joe
I
fucking
could see
flopped.
ramen.
Ooh, they got Beyblade Burst.
They can use
Have the
Beyblade.
Can you imagine
Yo.
Fast and Furious versus Beyblade? Whoosh, rip it! And then
No,
fucking...
they get a car-sized Beyblade and rip that, and then just slam it into the vehicles.
No, the way they get the car to move is there's 4 people on each wheel and they have to rip the wheels. They rip into the wheels. And
on
the car
Beyblades,
fucking
and then they
goes.
start shredding the concrete, and then they fly. Oh fuck,
in-
that would be fun.
In the chat, Kayla says My Little Pony versus GI Joe, and you say that as a joke, but they've actually done that in the comic books.
They have.
They've done like Transformers versus My Little Pony. It's Transformers, My Little Pony, Friendship in Disguise. I'm looking it up right now.
Oh my
A
god.
four issue miniseries where they cross over.
Friendship in
That's
disguise.
good. That's good. I like that.
I also like
Give me
so-
all of that.
That is indeed a thing. I don't know if they've
Didn't know
crossed
I
over with GI Joe though, but they've done like those crossovers where they fucking Transformers fighting the fucking ponies.
Wow.
Weird shit. But yeah,
Can't
so
believe
we just gotta throw Vin Diesel in the mix there.
I wait. I'm just kind of surprised we brought back a little bit of the Transformers.
Yeah,
episode.
Transformers always comes back.
Yeah.
We had Transformers in last episode too.
Yeah.
I swear the next thing, if I was to pick the next topic, it will not be vehicle-based related content. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Transformers and Fast and Furious just so happen to fall into the lap.
Yeah,
It's,
we're a car show now.
Yeah, we're like Top Gear, but
Yeah,
not as,
insane. We're,
not as funny.
we call ourselves Insane Car Posse. Fucking killing Ryan.
Oh, I hate that. I took a sip and I almost died. You almost killed me, Corey. In
It's
real
okay.
life.
That's okay.
Not on the podcast lore. Just in real life.
No. What are you talking about?
What?
What do you?
know.
I don't know what you're talking about, Ryan.
I don't know what I'm talking about either. One of my favorite bits that I will always forever remember Furious 7 is how everyone says that Furious 7 is an anime. And I 100% agree because there is a scene in which Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Jason Statham. Dwayne The Rock Johnson has like this giant.
I love that you call him
bar.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson every time you
I
say his
don't
name.
remember their names. I'll be
No, like you call him like Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Like just I think that's
That's his full name.
yeah, like his
full
you have
name.
to say his full name.
Dude, I'm just gonna call him. I'll call him The Rock.
No,
So
no,
The
keep
Rock
calling him
has-
Dwayne the Rock
Yeah.
Johnson.
Don't change it.
We're not
Don't
not
change it.
critiquing you, Ryan. I'm just saying I
We're
like it.
praising.
Yeah.
It's praise.
don't-
It's praise.
I don't know why. It just that's how it comes out in my mouth.
That's
No.
good.
There's
no,
no problem.
It's
There's
good.
nothing wrong with it.
We literally love it.
So Dwayne The Rock Johnson has a fucking bar, like a giant fucking like wrench, and like it's like the size of my body, and he's holding it. And then Jason Statham has like this giant like crowbar, the same size. It's like thick and hefty. And then they run at each other from opposite ends, and then jump in the air, and then they're about to smack each other's like things, and it cuts. And I'm like, that's an anime shit. That's a fucking Naruto garbage if I haven't seen it. And I remember being in the theater going, yeah, like freaking out. It was so much
you-
fun.
The only thing it needs is Dwayne the Rock Johnson having like an inner monologue as he's running towards Statham. No, and then like in midair, he's like in slow motion, and like it flashes back, and he like there's a flashback scene, and then it comes
Yeah.
back.
And it tells,
but
like, his whole
instead of
origin
coming
story.
back,
Like,
but instead of coming back to like where we left off, it comes back to the minute before he starts running, so we can watch that whole sequence again where they run up
Oh yeah.
and like
We gotta
the
do
same
shonen
exact
recap.
dialogue and the same exact cutting.
We got to do the shonen recap in the middle of our movie.
And it's just in the middle of an episode, Shonen will be like, "Let's flashback," and then immediately show you what we showed you earlier in the episode.
For padding.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I absolutely want to see Goku fight.
Goku versus fucking Dom Toretto.
There you go.
And he's
I
in his
wanna
car.
see it. And he's
I loved in fucking in Fast 5 where when Luke Hobbs comes in and he's like briefing his team and he's like, guys, all right, these are like wanted fugitives. We have to be careful and do not under any circumstances let them get in cars.
guess what? They get in cars.
That's like, that's pretty meta. That's like self.
This is like the same movie where Vin Diesel's character Dom takes out a squad of cops using just his car and a bank vault as a like fucking mace weapon. But he has like so they're escaping with, they have like a entire vault tied to his car, and he's like he's like using it as a weapon. He's like driving past them and swinging his car so that the bank vault swings in and crushes every car that he passes. He like takes out an entire building at one point with it, and he's like literally just deliberately smashing every single cop car with the bank vault, like just fucking swinging it around with his car.
Yeah.
It's
That part is so fucking
Guys,
ridiculous, but
it's
it's
so
one of
fucking
my
good.
favorites.
I have a crossover.
All
I have a
right,
crossover
okay,
that needs
yeah.
to happen. Okay. They did a little bit of this in this movie, but they need to do it for real with Fast and Furious. Jumper, where they could teleport the cars as they're driving them. Not even like a crossover, just like do
Just
what
like
Jumper
the
did with cars, but better.
I wouldn't be surprised if they got like fucking teleporting cars in a future movie. Like,
They'll bring back Hayden Christensen and Samuel L. Jackson. They'll bring them all back. That would be
Honestly, I
fucking
feel
great.
like them. I would love Hayden Christensen actually in a Fast and Furious movie. I feel like he's
That would
been given.
definitely be
I feel like he's a great actor who's been given some pretty unfortunate roles.
He was given a raw deal, for sure. But he was in like that one movie called Little Italy, and it's a
Mhm.
piece of shit. It was filmed in
Oh.
Canada, and it's all about how he's a stereotypical Italian man that eats pizza,
Mamma
and
mia.
falls in love with Emma Roberts.
I like the pizza.
Yee. But
Classic Italian saying.
hey man, I am Italian. I don't know what to say. I'm speaking the language of my people. You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe I like the idea though. I like the idea of teleporting cars because I can already picture the ridiculous action set piece of them like driving in the middle of LA and then they fall through like the concrete into a portal that teleports like, into the fucking like on the top of a pyramid in Egypt and gliding down it and stuff like that. As like 30 cop cars pour out of the same portal that he just went through and like following, and they're crashing and flying all over the place and blowing up. And
I love
See,
it.
it's like it's Fast and Furious with the cop cars from Need for Speed, where they follow you to hell and back, and it's always at level 5. It's always at the highest level of cop cars chasing you. There's helicopters. They're all getting you.
It's like literally
It's
just a
got-
2-hour movie of just that.
yeah.
It'd be like
who was
police
I
car
talking-
chase.
I was talking to someone about a 2-hour long action scene. Just what would a movie look like if it was a 2-hour long action scene?
Just turn on literally Michael Bay's Age of Extinction, then you'll know.
There we
Fucking
go.
movie is constant noise and explosions, and I wanted to die.
It always comes back
So-
to Transformers.
Always comes back to Transformers. Sorry, but yeah, no. That was like a near 3-hour film, and 2 hours of that film are constant explosions and action set pieces, and then 1 hour is set to nothing,
Okay, yo,
which is nice.
do you guys want to hear a fun Fast and Furious fact?
I do need it.
Let's go.
All right, so you know how these movies are like, the reason that they make so much money is because they're really fucking popular internationally.
Yeah.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
But they're not called Fast and Furious everywhere in the world.
Oh, I did not know that.
I was talking to one of my friends, and she told me about the Japanese titles for the Fast and Furious movies, which, you know, these movies are like infamous for having kind of ridiculous names already. You know, you have the Fast and the Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, and then you have the fourth one, which is Fast and Furious, like sans the.
Yeah.
Fast 5, Fast and Furious 6, Furious 7, The Fate of the Furious, and F9 is the ninth one. So, and Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. The Japanese titles are Wild Speed times 2, Wild Speed times 3 Tokyo Drift, Wild Speed Max, Wild Speed Mega Max, Wild Speed Euro Mission, Wild Speed Sky Mission, Wild Speed Ice Break, and Hobbs and Shaw is Wild Speed Super Combo.
I like Super Combo.
Yeah,
That is
fucking Super Combo is so good.
Wild Speed Super Combo. Oh, that sounds so fucking great. I
Jeez.
love the Japanese names for these movies. They're
I lo-
so fucking awesome.
I love Max and then Mega Max.
And then Sky Mission,
I
and then
love
the Ice
fucking
Mission.
Sky Mission, Ice Mission,
Euro Mission.
Euro Mission.
Which one's Sky Mission?
Sky Mission is 7. Ice Break is 8 because when they do the thing on the ice at the end.
Yeah, I was gonna say like they're only incorporating like the one bit. Of,
Yeah, that's just how they named them. Sky Mission is because they do the skydiving.
Yeah.
Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sky
just
Mission.
they dropped their cars out of the plane for like one scene, and then that was it.
Yeah.
That's the Sky Mission.
It's the Sky
And then
Mission.
they-
It's
they're like,
Wild Speed Sky
listen,
Mission.
Listen,
and
Ryan, when you're
skyscrapers? Wait a minute, they jump from skyscraper to skyscraper to skyscraper.
listen,
Sky Mission.
Ryan, when
Makes
you're
sense.
falling, it is only a short period of time. You can only fall for so long.
That's true.
Kitty, let the kitty out.
Yeah, I gotta let her out.
And I love that the only thing that carried over was Tokyo Drift. Like,
Yep.
and I like that the times 2 and times 3, like it's literally like a little multiplication, like X 2 and like 3, but it's like Wild Speed times 3, and then it's just like Tokyo Drift.
If only they called it Tokyo Mission. You know what I mean?
if only.
Or
Goddamn.
Super Drift.
It would have
man.
to. It would have to be like something, like one scene that happens in the movie with the mission.
Mhm.
Like, what's like one specific action bit that happens in Tokyo Drift that they could use?
Drift Mission.
No, because that's the whole movie. They drift throughout. Like, that's like
Yeah.
a major plot point of the movie is being able to
Okay.
drift.
Yeah, because like he's like trying to be a part of like this like underground like racing gang who is like
Mm.
known for drifting,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Sorry, I'm the country boy from Texas that comes out to that's now living in Japan, and I don't understand the culture."
And he
so
has
it's
to.
like-
He has to fight the Drift King.
Yeah, and-
Alamo Mission.
yeah, because he's like, no, we're not gonna do just some handsy pansy like normal race. He's like, I want you to like drift your whole car down this spiral and just spiral your whole car for the entire duration, and you have to win that way. And it's like fucking insane.
I like that idea though. Just a continuous drift.
Alex says parking
yeah.
garage mission.
Yeah, pretty much. Because they race in like only a parking garage, really. But it's like kind of it's kind of fun though.
I need to know if this is. I have to connect dots in my brain that have been sitting there for years. Every time I hear Tokyo Drift, the song, the Black Eyed Peas song "Turn It Up," comes into my head. Was that song made for
I don't
Tokyo Drift?
I don't know.
I don't know if it was even in the movie.
Because
Yeah.
the only thing I connect with it is there's a vocal bit in goddamn Turn It Up by the Black Eyed Peas where they go "Er," like a car tire squeal,
Oh yeah,
and it's just like
Skirt.
let me see. I'm pulling up the soundtrack list right now.
"Er."
Did Lil Bow Wow do a song for this? Because I know he was.
It's it's not in this. It's not in the movie.
So sad. I've always associated Tokyo Drift with the Black Eyed Peas.
Well,
Because the music video also takes place in a parking garage.
well, that'll
But
do
they're
it.
kicking a soccer ball really fast at each other. Is it a bowling ball or a soccer ball? Either
Big
way,
Bow Wow's fucking Hulk car. Yeah, dude.
Oh my fucking god! I forgot that they had that.
The Hulk car is so good. Corey, there's a bit where like they're at like a
Pump
garage
it,
and he's
okay.
like
Pump it.
I'm gonna show you my cool ass car, and it fucking
Yeah.
like comes out of the garage and it's got like the Hulk's face on the front. It's got like hair and it's got like fists coming out of the sides,
Oh.
and he's just like you jealous man. Like
Jeez. Not even like I thought you were joking. Like it.
no,
the
it's
Hulk
straight
is
up. It's
big.
like a Hulk
Like-
car.
It's a
Like
Hulk car.
Yeah, I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna send it to you so you can see it.
God damn.
General.
I have to see this. I have to.
There it is.
I
There
have
it
to
is.
watch this.
This is it. This is his Hulk car.
Ooh.
fucking-
the fucking doors have punch marks in them.
Yeah,
Like punch
they have, like-
dents.
no, they're like fists coming out of the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good. I fucking love.
Oh
I love
my
that car.
god.
I love it so much.
Oh, and
It's such a good.
worth mentioning that since we're talking about Tokyo Drift, that movie takes place at a weird point in the timeline.
Oh yeah.
Because it's the third movie, but it takes place between 6 and 7. Because they kill Han at the end of the movie, the Korean character, who he then comes back. Well, they reveal at the end of Tokyo Drift, Vin Diesel shows up and he's like, "I heard that my friend Han died, and like I'm here to like show my respect or some shit." And he's like, "He was my family, man." And then in 4, they have like a flashback scene at the very beginning where Han shows up for like a second. And then in 5, he's a main character, so he's like actually there. And then he like
6 shows how he died and like that it was done by
yeah,
Shaw.
yeah. 6 like retcons it that fucking Jason Statham's character kills him, and then in 7 he's like actually dead, and now in Fast and the Furious 9 he's coming back.
Yep.
He's like coming back to life.
Yo, they're gonna resurrect Han from the dead. And
Well,
you know what? I'm fine with it.
They got Cyborg Idris Elba, so maybe like maybe Han is like RoboCop, Robo Driver.
Clone Han.
He is a car.
He's a car. They were able to. They couldn't save his body, but they saved his mind, and they put it
Yeah.
inside of a car.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's like fucking Vision. They put fucking what's his what the fuck is Vision's
Yeah,
like AI? Jarvis.
Jarvis. Kayla,
like he's
Kayla
like a-
says in the chat that 3 is so clearly 2004, even though it's supposed to be set like a decade later. Yeah, it's like obnoxiously set in the fucking early aughties. They all have like flip phones and shit, and the fashion is very. People don't wear that now. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though it's they retconned it to be like, yeah, no, it's set like a decade later.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder
it's
how
some
far
goofy
Kayla,
shit.
I wonder how far Kayla, I wonder how far Kayla got through the movies. If she wants to post that in chat.
I think
I
she
like
said
that.
earlier in chat that she couldn't bring herself to watch 7 or 6.
What?
she
Come
watched-
on.
Yeah, still 6. So she, I believe, hasn't watched 7 yet.
7's the best one. So you literally got through like, if I don't know. I think you'll enjoy 7. K.
She said, "I don't like these movies."
Oh no! I'm so mad.
So
I thought out of
uncultured.
all people, I thought out of all the people, Kayla would really enjoy these. Like I was like, yeah, this is goofy, stupid shit that she'll be like, wait, what the fuck? And it ramps up so much that it's like ridiculous that I thought she would be super into that. That it just starts from humble beginnings to like, what the fuck are we doing now? You're telling me that you don't like Vim Beeble, Skim Beeble?
Skim Beeble.
Oh, they
Skim
also
Beeble.
did.
Kayla says it takes itself too seriously to be enjoyable, but that's exactly what makes it good. Is that they play it all straight.
Yeah, it's like that's the beauty. It's like they're like all in. They're like, yeah, this is legit. This is happening. And then we're like, this is the fucking goofiest dumb shit I've ever seen in my life, and it's funny as hell.
Like they have fucking in Hobbs and Shaw, they have fucking Dwayne the Rock Johnson jump out of a building, out of a skyscraper, and like land on a car and survive. Like
I love Hobbs and Shaw for like the reason. Well, like the worst part of that movie is that 95% of the dialogue is how they like make fun of each other's balls and testicles for like the whole movie. They're always like, you got a small penis, or you got a small penis. Did you know your balls are that tiny? Shut the fuck up, but you got tinier balls than me. You know, I don't know. They just go back and forth
Wow.
like that the whole movie, and it doesn't stop. And it's arguably the worst part of that movie is that they just constantly like talking about how tiny their peepees are, but it's like all small peepee energy. But then like you get to the action set pieces and they're so fucking stupid that they're great. Like for me, the ending of the movie of Hobbs and Shaw was the best part of the movie,
where they
which is
like
when they were
fucking beat these guys with like cars and guns by literally using spears and shit.
yeah they use like
Damn.
old like tribal like weapons to beat the bad guys and explosive barrels, so they blow up a bunch of shit. And then the best part is it goes from night to day to clear blue skies to hard cut mid-fall dark nighttime rainstorm
I love it
in
so
like
much.
a matter of one scene, one action set piece sequence. It changes like 5 times like the weather.
It's...
Like it goes like, and there's no oh, it's turning in the morning, like there's like a dusk kind of setting. No, it's just daylight. Daylight, like it looks like mid-afternoon after it was just pitch black night.
Yeah.
And like
that was happening
But,
during the clip that you shared with me, Harry. Was like,
Yeah.
I was like, is that lightning in the background? He's like, yeah, it's about to rain really hard. It's just like suddenly raining.
Because they fall off a cliff, and by the time they hit the bottom of by the time they hit the ground, it's like fucking pouring, and it's like raining.
When that scene happened, I think I laughed out loud in the theater so hard I started crying. Like I was absolutely blown away, and it's all thanks to Harry.
All thanks
Because
to
Harry told me about that scene from Oh Baby and the previous episodes when you went to see it.
Yeah.
When he told me about that sequence, I literally could not stop looking out for it, like watching just the sky the whole scene, just saying, "Huh, how are we gonna get here?"
And then it just fucking like, and it happens like
Literally, it happens in a cut. It's just cut rain, thunder and lightning. It's dark out again, and it's like it was the scene. Literally, the clip seconds before it was like clear blue skies, bright sunshine, everything. It was incredible, absolutely fucking amazing. It's a tour de force. I don't know. Hobbs and Shaw is truly a. They should probably put these on the Criterion.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Do you think the Fast and Furious movies also should go in the Library of Congress? Because I think so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
These I think this is culturally significant, just like Shrek.
It is. I mean, like you're not wrong.
Yeah,
Like,
because it's
Shrek-
international.
Shrek is like actually a cultural phenomenon, and like Fast and the Furious, like having 10 or like a 10th movie coming.
Nine.
Well, it's
Wait,
the
yeah,
10th
you're right.
movie
Well,
with
it'd be,
Hobbs and Shaw.
yeah, there's 2 sequels coming, and then there's one more spin-off coming, or 2 more spin-offs coming, which is another Hobbs and Shaw movie and a female-led Fast and Furious movie.
Oh fuck yeah!
They're just
So-
gonna keep making these movies forever, and it's gonna be beautiful.
I'm still gonna go to the theater and keep watching these because they're like my absolute favorite guilty pleasure. Like, Fast and Furious has always been my go-to guilty pleasure movie, and it
Mhm.
will forever be cemented as that. It's like, it's just so perfect. Like, every single one of them always has a moment that I always will say was genuinely a good moment in the movies, but then there's a lot of other fun, dumb shit that's so stupid that
Yeah.
makes it just a little extra fun. And each one gets progressively crazier, which is why I love this series, because it just starts kind of amping up the more it goes, and then it tries to out amp the next movie. And I love seeing where they're gonna go next to go outdo what they've done in the previous film, because all you can keep doing is going up.
Mm.
So that's kind of like the fun part of the Fast and Furious franchise, if you haven't like experienced. But definitely start with like the humble beginnings, because it's kind of a wild ride after that. Like, I feel like once you get past like the first initial movies, it's like, okay, these are like whatever. But then when you get to like 4, 5, I would say 5 definitely, 5, 6, and 7, where it's like the game changer.
That's
Yeah.
where it gets the real shit.
Harry,
That's where
you
it
telling me about the
becomes
eras?
real.
There's different eras of type of Fast and Furious movie. They start street racing, and then afterwards they get into the heist film era, and then now they're superhero.
Now they're in the superhero era.
Yep.
It's
That-
kind of a
that makes
beautiful thing. It's a changing and evolving series.
Yeah. I kind of want them to keep going and like that
Oh, yeah.
really crazy direction of being like borderline superhero films.
It's so good.
Like, I would love that, and I want them to keep going as much as they can.
Like I was telling Corey yesterday, when I was watching 5, it's like you get like the moment it starts becoming kind of really ridiculous was, for me at least, was the scene where Luke Hobbs is chasing, like, he found their where they're hiding out, and he's chasing them down, and they're all running away, and there's a fucking scene where Vin Diesel's character Dom, instead of jumping out a window, jumps through a brick wall like it's a window. like shattering it, like jumping through it like it's a window, and just like lands on a roof and starts running away. Like and I was like, all right, this is it. Like, this is the moment. This is where it all changes.
Breaking through the wall of not superhero movies into superhero movies.
They knew what they were doing. They know exactly what they're doing when they make these movies. They know exactly what the people want and how it's being presented. It's very, very particular and meticulous.
Oh yeah.
Like, because like for sure the critical receptions of these movies for like the first like 4 movies were relatively negative reviews. Like, people really didn't give them like good like positive stuff. But then when you hit movie 5, though, 5 was when they started getting like positive Rotten Tomato scores. So I think like the 5th movie got like a 70-something%, and then like the 6th one went down to like a 60-something%. But then like the 7th movie was like almost like an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. So they've kind of hit their niche where they're starting to realize critical reception is a little bit better when they're more stupider and more fun. Like, not nearly as like, they're not taking it nearly as seriously, even though they're playing it completely straight and seriously, but they're not doing it. Like, they're just doing ridiculous shit, and it's just kind of fun.
It's that concept of like, with the audience thinking like, do they really think this is like good? And then them being like, oh, they know this, they know it.
Yeah. Like, there's definitely an intention behind every single one of the films, like, for sure. Like, there was a start, in where it was, like, because the first film was directed by, I think, the guy that did Triple X. So he kind of like did his own thing. Are you okay, Corey?
There's a helicopter really loud.
I thought I heard a helicopter. I wasn't not particularly sure if that was or wasn't. But then
Yeah,
I
they're
noticed
looking
you,
for me. They can't find me though.
Oh shit! Maybe maybe that's the filming of the next Fast and Furious movie because they have prop helicopters.
What would it be? Wild Speed, Mission Corey.
Mission Corey.
Yeah, you're gonna have the brick come through your wall and grab you.
Fuck
With
the,
me if you want to live.
did you say the brick?
Yeah, and call them the Rock.
The brick.
Dwayne the Brick Johnson.
Dwayne the brick.
What did I think Capen earlier in chat said? Dwayne the Cock Johnson.
That's accurate.
That's for the Fast and Furious porn sequel.
Ooh. Hawaiian style.
Uh-oh.
He's a
Damn.
Hawaiian pizza.
I loved what was funny, I thought was funny about watching the first film was like Vin Diesel's acting is actually like pretty good. Which is I just find funny because in real life he's just Harry, you said it, on standby. He's like he's
Yeah.
just like doesn't look like someone who would act well. And like he does in like the Fast and Furious movie, but then like IRL he's just like sleepy and like
Yeah.
pretty awful.
I love like that the whole thing of Vin Diesel that's like just carried over from these movies is the concept of family.
Family.
The Fast and Furious movies.
The
at the end of
goddamn
day,
the scene in the first movie where they're like, you touch chicken, you gotta say grace. And then he's like, thank you God for the NOS, thank you God for also the car parts we needed from Japan to ship overnight. Thank you
Yep.
Jesus for fast cars.
Yep. That's one of my favorite scenes of the first film is the prayer scene
That
where they're
fucking
like,
killed me.
"You gotta say grace." If you touch
The fucking Vin Diesel voice.
You gotta say grace.
Oh my god.
Hold up,
No.
I don't need nobody. I got fam.
I like how I love the scene where they're trying to like kind of like they want you to feel bad for his character for murdering someone. And he's like I took my wrench and I hit him and I didn't want to hit him hard, but like and then he just says but my hand came up and I just like couldn't lift my arms anymore. Like you hit this guy so many times you couldn't lift your arms.
I love later on in the series there's like no qualms about like the morality of killing people.
They don't care.
Like I love one of my favorite bits in Fast 5 was fucking Dwayne the Rock Johnson at the very end of the movie where the main villain who's like some major criminal in Rio de Janeiro fucking they crash his car and he like crawls out of the car and he's like help me and like fucking Dwayne Johnson's character who's a cop walks up to him and just pops 2 bullets in his head.
That's the thing is I thought he was a villain. Like during that scene when that happened when I was young, I was like, wait, is he the bad guy? And it was like, he's a good guy, and I'm like,
yeah, he's like
He just,
working for the FBI. Like he's supposed to be not the good guy, but he's like an antagonistic force because they're criminals and he's hunting down the main characters. But like, yeah, he just walks up and he just shoots the guy in the face. This dude who's like crawling on the ground, dying.
begging for help. He's
The
literally-
Rock knew he wouldn't be able to make it if they tried to save him. So he just
Yeah.
Put him out of
He
his
just made-
misery.
pisses him out of his misery.
Oh my god. Yeah, the morality of the Furious movies you don't need to think about either much.
There's no morality.
Yeah, they kind of do whatever the fuck they
All
want.
that matters is family and Corona.
Yep.
You can drink anything you want as long as it's a Corona.
Like, you definitely know they didn't give a fuck about human life when they did the safe heist. When they were
Yeah,
dragging
fucking
around.
crushing
like-
people.
Yeah,
Dude,
there's
he takes out a bank, like an entire building with it, and you see all these like regular people inside the bank, like fucking as it crashes through the wall towards them.
and like even like even though you were talking about like them like smashing like police cars with it and stuff, there's just regular people in their cars driving and just getting destroyed. Like, and I'm like, those people are all dead. Every single one of them dead, murdered. And it was the same deal with the sixth movie with the tank on the throughway scene where they just start shooting a tank and killing, like, crushing people in their cars and like all this shit. And I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like, there's no regard for human life. They don't give a fuck. So morality is
Who
just
cares
so out.
as long as it looks cool? That's like their.
Yeah. They have to go
For
fast.
all you know, those cars are abandoned, so you don't even.
I never saw a body. All I'm
I didn't
saying.
see a body. Saw there's no blood, no people, nothing. It's fine. These are probably just abandoned vehicles or
yeah.
self-driving cars. Because don't worry, all the cars in the ninth movie are all self-driving.
I love it.
Oh, sorry, the eighth one. The eighth one is self-driving cars. Because that's how they hack it. Because they all have computers in them, and they self-drive. And Charlize Theron uses a iPhone to literally drive like 700,000 vehicles to kill people.
Damn.
Yeah.
What a series, guys.
Truly.
Yeah. Doesn't Rodriguez? Oh yeah. What was her name?
Michelle
something
Rodriguez.
Yeah. She dies in the fourth movie, and then comes back in the sixth.
She dies in the first 5 minutes of the fourth movie, and then comes back in like the post credit scene of the fifth movie.
Yeah. And then they're like, she's back, and Dom Toretto's like, oh my god, the girl I loved is back, and then she's like, I'ma kill you though, and then he's like, whoa, she's evil now.
And then he does the same thing in the eighth movie.
Yes, he does.
Where he disappears and becomes evil.
Wait, hold on. Does that mean do they bring Sam back?
Who?
Who's the ADD kid?
Oh, Jesse? No, he's dead.
Oh, Jesse.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he stays dead. He died in the Corey. He died in the first movie.
I know, but like he was like one of my favorite characters, and they fucking just like, and he's fucking gone. He doesn't even get like a proper death. They just shoot him, and it's just a shot of him in the distance, like dead, and like someone's holding him, and like
yeah,
that's it. We don't see him again.
Not only does he not come back, they never mention him again.
Yep.
Fuck off.
He was not family.
He was family.
No, he wasn't. Apparently not enough if they don't care about his existence anymore.
Vince comes back though.
He does.
Yeah. So you got that, Corey. He's from the first movie. You know him.
I guess so. I know. Yeah, I know.
Maybe your wish can come true. They'll find a way that they'll take his body and they'll extract the bullets from it, and then they'll resurrect him from the dead like Frankenstein's monster for the ninth film. And then that's the plot is that he's like a crazy monster man that's on the rampage, and he's pissed that he died, and he wants to go find some people and find the gang from the first film.
In his blood, we found stem cells, and we mixed his genetic code with the genetic code of a car. So now he can come back as a clone, but like half car.
He's powered by Nas.
Nas is his blood.
So it's just Mitch.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember that movie where a snail
Turbo
drowns in Nas?
Yeah.
And then becomes really fast.
Forget Ryan Reynolds' greatest film, Turbo. Another
I love
tour
how
de force.
the fucking snail doesn't just drown and die like it should. It becomes super fast.
He gets superpowers.
Wild Speed Cum Jar Mission. That's a good one.
That's where they stick a fucking Hot Wheels car into a jar and come in it.
No, it's a very large.
Well, you see, the snail didn't fall into a jar of nitrous oxide. It fell into a jar of.
And now he has the ability to come very fast.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Yo, do you think they'll do a crossover with Turbo in the Fast and Furious?
Yes, Fast and Furious Turbo crossover.
Yes, please.
Yeah. It'll be called literally Fast and Furious Turbo, and then Wild Speed Turbo.
I just can't get over a snail being in the fucking Formula Racing, or not Formula Racing, but like the goddamn Indy 500.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we'll allow a snail.
Sure, it's fine. The Indy 500, snail.
You know what that reminded me of is that comic of like the 50 or the Cyanide and Happiness short with the 50-mile-an-hour man who decides to join the Indy 500 and like obviously doesn't win, so he just falls into a wild depression.
It's a classic.
I wanted that movie. I wanted Turbo to end that way.
Do you imagine it like has like a really like just a really real ending? Like
yeah, like the snail gets run over, and that's it. Movie's over.
I got the plot of another Fast and Furious movie. All right, they cut off like there's a gang that cuts off Vin Diesel's feet and hands, but then they decide, fuck it, we're gonna put wheels on it. So he then has tires for hands and feet, and then he goes on all fours. And he's like, let's ride, and he just he drives on all fours. Oh, I want that so bad. I want Vin Diesel kart. I want it so bad.
Vin Diesel kart.
And then it turns out we get like a
his back, puts a saddle on and rides.
We get like a Planet of the Apes type ending where it's like reverse Planet of the Apes, where in Planet of the Apes it turns out it's Earth. In the end of that movie, it turns out it's not Earth. This is the origin story of Cybertron.
Oh,
it was never Earth.
Oh, shit.
Vin Diesel was the first Transformer.
Dom Toretto is a confirmed Transformer. Fuck, and that's how they get the Transformers Furious combo. Fuck, let's do it. Let's go to Universal. Let's pitch this shit right now. I'm willing to. Where's Universal? LA.
Oh, someone.
Corey, you're in LA.
Kill that comment. Someone kill that comment. Yeah, we're in LA. I'm in LA. Oh wait, no, they're after me.
Pitch.
Oh,
no, I'm not in LA. No,
pitch
no.
for the Transformers movie. All right.
Okay.
So here's his title pitch. I have a good one. Ready? The Fast and the Ferris. Like as in like made of iron.
Good.
Hell yeah.
Good.
The Fast and the Ferris.
God.
Yeah. But
Fast and Furious.
I think Alex has a good one. Fast and Furious Bad Boys crossover.
Oh, okay, that one actually, yeah.
I think they've wanted to do that one. I think for a while too. I would like that actually. That could work. Because like I feel like certain franchises could work super well with Fast and Furious for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I really do think so. Like there are a lot. I mean, they have to be pretty much like the big tough guy action films, but
right.
There's so many.
That's fine.
Yeah,
exactly.
Work.
Yeah, where do you even pick from?
Conan. Yeah, any of them work.
Conan the Barbarian.
Yo, Conan. I would watch that.
Man. Actually, you just reminded me. I do have to read the Conan the Barbarian comic from Marvel.
Hell
Thanks,
yes.
Thanks for the reminder, Corey. I appreciate it. So.
Well, everybody.
Well, friends, looks like it's about that.
I just wanted, yeah.
Hold on.
I wanted to leave like an awkward space. I didn't know what I'd say. I just was like, "Well, everybody, it's about that time." To quote a friend, it's about that time.
Chat, you're not my friends. You're my family.
You're my family. Who was the first to leave a? Mitch, you were the first to leave a comment in chat. You have to say grace.
Yeah, Mitch, please say grace.
Yeah.
You were the first to leave a comment, so please say grace.
Who
Oh wait, guys, hold hands.
We gotta
hold hands.
now.
Hold hands. You gotta hold hands.
Fuck.
There we go.
You guys are up here for me.
Oh wait, yeah. Harry's over here for me.
It's wait,
all
Corey, switch sides.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
There we go.
Perfect.
Okay, I'm looking at the yeah. Okay. All right, everybody. All right. When is the Fast and the Furious Barati arc? Oh wait, maybe that's not the start of the prayer.
Yeah, the next one's the start of the
That's
prayer.
just a genuine question. He, all Father, bless us on this day. I have to wait for the next comment. Which we brought to get for Skeen Beeble. Which to get her for Skeen Beeble and the brick, and the brick, and the brick, and the brick. That built house our shelter. Skeen Beeble. We now are Fast and Furious. Vroom, 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 vroom.
Beautiful.
Amen.
Thank you.
Vroom, vroom. Screet, screet, diddly bop, bop. Thank you, Mitch.
Remember-
Thank you for leading us in prayer.
Thanks, Mitch.
Thank you.
All right.
Now make sure to drink all of your nos.
Yeah, drink
You can't-
drink your nos for Papa. What the hell is a Skeen People? He's the main actor, Alex, for the series. It's Skeen People.
Yeah, ski people.
Yeah, I'll post it in the Discord so he's got the full context.
Thank you all for joining us today. I'm Vin Diesel. We'll be working on the theme for next week, whichever we pick, we'll decide. I mean, it's obvious that whatever we pick, we'll decide. Goes without saying. But thank you all for joining us. And remember, always remember, maybe the treasure was the family you made along the way.
Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Good night.
everybody.